think one of the most incredible and amazing things about God is that our God is a jealous God. Now, I know sometimes we hear that and maybe we're like, whoa, time out. What do you mean God's a jealous God? I thought that God was perfect and he was had no flaws at all. And isn't jealousy a flaw? Well, no, not when it comes to God. You see, God is jealous for you. He wants all of you, not just a part of you or a portion or an occasional devotion, but he wants your whole heart. And our God is a jealous God because our God is the God of love. And you know what? Love is like that. Love says, I want you. I want you completely. And God doesn't want to share you with any other God. And that's not because God is petty. It's not because God's insufficient on his own. It's because God created you. And he created you in his image. And he created you in love. And God knows what is best for you and for me. And so as we turn to other gods, and what I mean by other gods, obviously idols, whatever it is that takes supremacy in our hearts, the places where we look for our comfort, the places where we look for our decision making, like what is our primary motivation and what drives our decisions, the places where we look for our security or our peace, there we'll find our idols. The most common idol in our cultural context is the idol of money. But that's nothing new. It's not just the here and now where money is an idol that vies for our devotion and affection and our trust and our hope. It's always been that way. And God knows that. That's why money matters so much to God, because it matters so much to you and to me. And so since it matters to us and it vies for our hearts and we turn to money instead of to God, God wants us to understand something. He's a jealous God. And he's not looking to share you or me or any of us with any idol. He wants our whole heart. That's why Jesus said in the Sermon on the Mount, you can't serve both God and money. You can't serve two masters. You'll love one and hate the other. You'll love one and despise the other. You can't serve them both. And so what we have the opportunity to do is to trust our God, who is a jealous God. And to say, you know what, God, I believe in you. I trust in you. And while you have entrusted resources to me, I am going to give them back to you. And I'm going to put money in its proper place under the supremacy and lordship of God. And so when you give, not if, but when. You see, we all give. It's just a matter of how much or are we even aware. That's why percentage-based giving is such a cool thing, because it shows us kind of where we are. God gives us this amazing gift of the tithe. A tithe means 10%, and it is a blessing, not a curse. I know a lot of times people hear that and they're like, 10%, that's impossible. Well, not for God. Not for his people. It's not at all. In fact, it's not even a burden. It's such a blessing. God wants your heart, and he gives us ways to demonstrate our trust in him so that we know beyond a shadow of a doubt that he is our God and we are his people, and everything else is put under the supremacy and lordship of Jesus. And so money, it's a great place to start, or maybe you started somewhere else, and it's time to get the money thing in there, because where your treasure is, your heart will follow. So let's put our money where we want our hearts to be, with God. Let's trust him and put him first above all things and seek first his kingdom and his righteousness. That's what our jealous, wonderful God of love wants for us.